Hello guys, Kalmier here once again, and so today we're going to be working on Statics Mass Environmental Resource Farm, pronounced SMERF, and this is invented by 777 Static 777, and this is basically an easy way for you to use bone meal in order to get a lot of roses, flowers, and seeds. So I'll go ahead and show you how to build this. I made a couple changes, mostly towards the light system to make it a little bit easier. And what I've done is I've marked out a 8 by 11 section. This doesn't take up the entire space, but this is helps you kind of get an idea of where the border is going to be for this. The items you need are some building blocks. So I'm going to use cobblestone and stone. You also need 2 signs, 2 waters, 2 pressure plates, 4 sticky pads, 8 pieces of glass, 8 redstone torches. I think you only need 19 redstone dust and 1 lever. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and I'm going to go to where I'm going to build the back of it and put 2 blocks like that. Then I'm going to go diagonal 2 like that, and I'm going to go ahead and extend this 1 more. So now I have 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here, and 2 blocks here. Okay, and then I'm going to skip a space and do 2 more blocks there and 2 more blocks there. And I'm going to come diagonal from this last block and build a plus symbol. So like that. And then same thing on this side. Alright, so you end up with something that kind of looks like a, I don't know, maybe if you look at it from this side, it looks like a fish. Alright, and from here we're going to go ahead and put our water sources into these 2 openings. And the idea behind this is sticky pistons are going to pull this block away from the water source, allowing the water to flow towards that end. And it'll actually drop into a hole right here. And we're going to go ahead and put our signs in here. And this will help it so that the water does not flow off. His was 4 by 4 and this is actually 5. So I think the water actually stops right at this edge and the signs are not necessary. So we'll take a look at that whenever we finish. Okay, from here we're also going to go ahead and dig 3 down here. And we're going to use our glass and go 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And same thing on this side. And this is going to provide light to the bottom as well as to the area where the grass is growing right here. So the grass won't die when this is not being used. And you'll see what I mean by that once we get finished with this. Okay, so this is the most of the, or this is mostly almost done for the top part. There are some pistons I have to set up, but we're going to go ahead and dig down first. So in this opening I'm going to dig 4 here. Okay, and then we're going to dig stairs that go down like this. Okay, and while it's okay to dig the ones under the cobblestone, you don't want to dig the ones around the cobblestone in this little opening, because this is actually going to be where your Smurf generates all the flowers and stuff like that. So don't dig those down, but you can go ahead and dig the ones underneath those, and that's actually the level we want. So we've got our cobblestone. This is where our resources are going to grow, and then we want the 2 below that. And I'm just going to dig straight out until I find the opening that we dug earlier. And there we go. Okay, now I don't want to dig where the signs are. I want to go 1 over and dig 1 space in and then dig across. Now since I have 2 spaces here on that side of the glass, I'm going to go ahead and have 2 spaces on that side of the glass, this side of the glass as well, and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that's most of the area dug out. I would also go ahead and replace this grass with another material, and I'll do that as I'm doing the redstone wiring, which is what we're going to work on next. We're going to dig kind of a U shape like that, except for we're going to go 2 deep. So dig 1 more deep, and this is going to be the wiring for the light system. And I'll dig a block here so I can actually hop out. Okay, so there's the U, And what we're going to do is we're going to dig out the entire column on this wall, and then we're also going to dig the bottom one, we're going to leave space, the next one we're going to leave, and another space, and then the same thing on the other side. So we're going to leave the bottom one and have a space, leave the next one and have a space. And we will grab our redstone material here, and we want dust on the top one and a torch on the bottom one. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and then we want to basically connect these torches on the bottom with redstone, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the floor back. And I'm just using whatever materials, but I'm using wood on the bottom so I don't have animals spawning down here. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug up the two in the wall like that. Alright, so that takes care of the torches, I'm sorry, not the torches, the redstone wiring for the light system. So we're going to put two pressure plates here, so when we walk over it, it's going to activate that wiring that we just placed underneath there. The next thing we're going to do is work on the wiring for the water sources. Go ahead and leave that out so I have a way to hop out. Now, not where the opening is, but in this area, we're going to go ahead and dig that out like that. Go ahead and dig it all the way down 2 as well. Except for we're going to go in 1 and then over 2. And then from there we can dig straight up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll go 1 in, and then 2 over, and then dig straight up. And we're also going to dig away the ones under the these blocks. Actually, just dig away those blocks too. And we're basically going to make a, let me think, this one needs to be, we're going to put a block on the bottom, a torch on top of it, and then a block above it, like that. Same thing on the other side, block, torch, block. And then we're going to connect this with a straight line of redstone dust. And then we are, I'm going to go ahead and basically fill this in so that mobs cannot spawn underneath where the torches are. And go ahead and put wood here since that's going to be our floor. In this corner, I'm actually going to put 1 redstone dust like that kind of sticks out. And that'll be where our lever is, if I can get up the step. Our lever will be in this corner, so when we hit the lever, it'll activate that redstone, which will turn off the 2 torches on either end. And then we're just going to go ahead and, again, we're going to cover all this up. So, okay, and we are going to place our lever right. I like it to face the other way. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so this is going to control the water flow. Now before I go back upstairs, I'm just going to replace all this grass real fast. Okay, so now we are going to work on the upper part of the system. So again, we're going to have a piston here that's going to grab and move that block in front of and away from that water source. So grab our sticky pistons here. We're going to stand in this hole, put a torch down on the ground. I'm going to put any block, doesn't matter, and then put a sticky piston facing this way. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We are going to put a torch down inside, cover it up, and put a sticky piston. Okay, and then for the glass, first we need to block off the outside of the glass so light does not shine in through the side. Light can only shine from the top. And we are going to actually break that stone and put a torch underneath it. And you'll know that you have it in the right place because the torch should turn off because of the redstone dust underneath it. Okay, then we're going to put a sticky piston facing the glass but one space away, and put, actually I'm going to put regular smooth stone in front of it. And same thing on the other side. Okay, next we're going to cover this, but I'm going to go ahead and sleep first, so I'll be right back. Okay, so all I did was I covered any place that was hovering over the glass or over the grass. And the reason we want to do that is whenever we step on those pressure plates down there, those stones are actually going to be moved in front of the glass, blocking the light. And so when this is all dark, as soon as you put bone meal, it all breaks because it's too dark to support flowers or grass or roses. So then when you put the next bone meal, it plants all that and breaks instantly again because it's too dark. So that's the reason that we have this covering up here. And so let's go ahead and give this a try and see if it works. Let's see, make sure I have everything in place. Oh, I need bone meal. Okay, so when I step on the pressure plates, it should turn off the lights. When I look above me and spam bone meal, and I had 33, I'm just going to use it all. Okay, and then I should be able to hit the switch. Oh, whoops, that made the stickies go out, so it just now grabbed the stones. If I hit it again, should pull the stones back and let the water flow. Okay, now technically you don't want the water to flow for too long, but as you can see, yeah, see, we didn't need the signs here because I made it further, but all the water pushes diagonally towards this opening, so all the stuff that was generated is collected over in this point. Go turn that off again. So again, plenty of lights coming through to keep the grass belt staying up there, and when you step on the pressure plates it closes it all off. And it looks like the signs were not needed, but they're there anyway. And there you go. You have a Papa-Smerf. Feel free to decorate this any way that you want. I would not suggest building this out of dirt because then you'll have like flowers and stuff spawn on top of it every time you use bone meal. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you felt this was efficient or you learned something new, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.